Online communities often bring people together through shared interests, creativity, and collaboration. However, every so often issues arise that test the boundaries of trust and safety within these spaces. Today, I will be delving into a controversy that has been unfolding within a specific online community, a situation involving two individuals widely known by their aliases as Khan and Saily, and their alleged actions against multiple members. What began as concern for misconduct and harassment grew out of control into art theft, abuse of power, and even grooming. Complications go further as an innocent minor, Xanchu 12, was accused of such actions within this controversy. In this video, we will be breaking down the key players involved, the evidence, and the greater implications of what has taken place. What I want to do in the most straightforward, objective way possible is to separate the fact from fiction and give a voice to those who have been directly affected. This is a rather sensitive topic, so take care as we delve into the Xanchu 12's controversy. While the information discussed here is public, we have strong reasons to believe that Khan does not care about Saily and would not engage meaningfully with the issues raised. It seems that Khan is exploiting Saily for financial gain and sexual favors, which forms the basis of their relationship. The fact that Saily publicly posted the Discord IDs of server owners looking for answers about what was going on is just another example of her not wanting to communicate or collaborate with us. Please understand that none of this is malicious. Our main goal is to make Khan answer for his actions and help Saily recognize the dynamics here are far from acceptable. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of the situation, let me give an overview of what the Tari server is. The Tari server has, since its inception in late 2021, been notorious for creating a toxic and unsafe environment. Beneath the veneer of a creative community lies a dark past of mistreatment, manipulation, predatory behavior, and other malicious actions from the leadership. The server, founded by Khan and Saily, has been implicated in allowing and engaging in severe misconduct. Their behaviors range from sexual interactions with minors, tracing art, to falsely accusing victims of certain behaviors. Perhaps one of the most disturbing features in this case is Khan's predatorial behaviors directed against minors. He actually sought out people underage, including girls and transgender boys. Within the Discord servers he managed, Khan started a relationship with Saily when she was between the ages of 15 and 16 years old. Shortly after, Khan formed a small polyamorous relationship with Saily and another 18-year-old named Arrow. The relationship, however, was marked by Khan's manipulation and control. He made sure Saily and Arrow had as little contact with each other as possible, unless he was around to supervise, furthering their dependence on him and maintaining dominance over their interactions. This has all escalated into a web of damaging behavior, false claims, defamation, and even doxing. The situation has left many victims in its wake, and it's time to bring the truth to light. Khan is believed to be in his 30s, around the age of 36 to 38 years old. His personality is very narcissistic and manipulative, especially towards people who quote-unquote work with him. Khan operates mainly under a few aliases: Khan, the Himself, HIM, the Shadow, Rat God X, Kargath, of which the latter is used most often. Khan is the lore writer of the Tari species and claims to be very original in his ideas and concepts. In reality, Khan often borrows his ideas from other sources, namely World of Warcraft by Blizzard Entertainment and Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean, as well as other clients that he has spoken with. He does not believe in mental illness and can be quite verbally abusive in person and in writing. Khan introduces himself as a businessman and asserts that he has taken classes in business management, but his behavior often speaks the opposite. He says that he has an online presence throughout Reddit for tracking business trends, yet he can't answer basic questions about his clientele, and no verifiable information has surfaced to back up his claims. Besides that, Khan leaves all the promotional aspects of their business to Saily. He makes her do all of the marketing while he hardly lifts a finger. This, again, illustrates how manipulative he is and how he will not take responsibility for his actions within the professional relationship. Saily was around 15 to 16 years of age as of 2021 and is believed to be 20 at this time. She has assumed many different aliases throughout her online presence, including but not limited to Taurus Girl, Saily, Saily Studio, Taruki, Taruki X, Suck Devourer, Grom Howl, Kill Rog, Michi Blue, and several others. Saily is always willing to work for Khan. Her behavior indicates that she is either mentally unstable or emotionally disturbed. Her ideals are questionable, and the way that she reacts to all situations can be scrutinized. She is heavily dependent on Khan and always seems to be ignorant about Khan's misdeeds and justifies them when she is notified. Moreover, she does not ask for permission from owners of the reference images she uses in creating art, which has raised an alarm since some of the references involve sensitive content, such as naked children being bathed. Saily has also publicly disclosed her location, further compromising her privacy. Many of her actions are at Khan's beck and call, and she can be seen hurling attacks and abuses at others jointly with Khan whenever he has an opinion about something or someone. She operates on a wide variety of social media accounts such as Twitter, Instagram, DeviantArt, and ArtStation, to name a few. Notably, Saily has attempted several acts of doxing and defamation, the cases of which exceed more than once, showing that she does not hesitate to commit wrongdoings in order to protect or advance Khan's interests. For this next section, I do not have any screenshots. This is all alleged of what these people who have worked for Khan have said on their own accounts, so take this with a grain of salt. Several artists were hired onto the project, drawn into the Tari server by Khan and Saily. Several of these staff members report experiences under the two that were very much the same as tyranny. The first on this list is Monster Own Age Arts, who I will be referring to as Monster from this point forward. Monster was an artist brought on for 3D models for the Arena batch, at first wanting to help and build up this community as any aspiring professional artist. Monster's opinion of Khan shifted dramatically when his outrageous demands became reality. He became resistant to Monster's compromises to the point of extreme violence from his side. This kind of toxic environment made Monster unable to continue freelancing for them as he was constantly harassed into taking shortcuts that would completely impede the progress to deliver quality work. Despite the contract being terminated, Monster was left emotionally and physiologically traumatized by the harassment of the hands of Khan. Other artists like Satan Froggy were hired to do adopts for the world of Tari. Saily managed these artists, taking an astronomical 50% tax of the money earned by them. According to Saily, they should not expect money in compensation because they were being paid in quote-unquote exposure. In this case, this exception of exposure is her way of thinking that public recognition should be adequate to compensation for their time and efforts. Any artist who refused to continue producing under these oppressive conditions then became blacklisted or banned from the server. Xanchu12, also known as Void Beast, was a popular lore writer and one of the more helpful members within the server. He created designs for weapons, event characters, and also made heavy lore for the community. He was one of the first and more prominent lore writers, however, his work was often ignored in favor of Khan's ideas, supported by Saily herself. Saily even kickstarted a dropshipping business with Voidbeats, utilizing their product knowledge to find products to resell, while Xanchu12 researched them and advised alternative methods to sell original products. However, matters turned awry when Saily hatched a conspiracy against Xanchu12, thus removing them from the financial equation. Eventually, Xanchu12 was banned because Khan and Saily conspired against him. Eventually, Xanchu12 became a figurehead in the fight against Khan and Saily, serving as a human information hub for users and to educate the general public. Attempts by Khan and Saily to defame Xanchu12 genuinely backfired, though there is some limited success in burnt bridges, with the location of Khan being uncovered through contextual clues provided by Xanchu12. Meanwhile, Saily's location was found out simply by googling her username in the species on map apps. From here on out, we will be discussing something that happened in 2024. as this is fairly recent and honestly what spurred me to make this video. On October 7th, 2024, a thread was made within the service review section on Toyhouse titled "Warning: Online Predator Xanchu12/VoidBeats." This post had been made by a user calling themselves Zion Levine, an alias used by Khan. However, both Khan and Saily seem to have shared custody of the account. It should be noted, however, that this is not the only case of them having shared custody over one account. In this thread, Khan/Saily says,
"Hello everyone, I came here to share a warning regarding a certain online predator that is quite active within especially furry community, but also other creative online spaces across multiple platforms. They have done some pretty inappropriate things to my younger sister just few days ago. Here are some of the screenshots if you'd like to take a look. Warning though, I had to censor a certain part of it. Sad smiley link to manipulated content. Stay safe, friends."
This post raised some eyebrows within the Toyhouse community, and caused a lot of people to dissect the supposed evidence presented within the PSA. It was quickly revealed that the images presented were doctored and fabricated. When the misinformation was pointed out to Khan, the original Toyhouse post got taken down, though it is unknown at this time if this action was done voluntarily on behalf of Khan or on the Toyhouse admin. Saily and Khan also DM'd a bunch of people who followed Xanchu on several different platforms with the same copy-pasted PSA. Here's a montage from a bunch of different people of the same exact DM that they were DM'd. I too was also messaged.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to address this because this person is fucking insane. But here we go. TLDR, someone posted a slander campaign on Toyhouse accusing a minor of being a pedophile. Their evidence was fake, and they got so mad that we called them out on it that they're accusing us too. A few months ago, they posted a PSA on Toyhouse with the extremely questionable DM screenshots as evidence that this teenager was being predatory towards their sister. The screenshots were extremely suspicious. They couldn't provide any actual evidence, and they got defensive when I, and several others, said that their evidence didn't prove anything. For context, Xanchu, the accused predator, was active in a PSA about two individuals who have solid evidence against them and are known to harass people who participate in the exposure of their own predatory behavior. Back to why this is affecting me now. The OP of the GS PSA basically made a list of everyone who didn't take their shit evidence seriously, and now they're messaging everyone associated with these people on every platform that they can, attempting to spread a document with evidence that we're also predators because hoes mad. Fun fact, one of the screenshots in their document is actually edited badly by one of us from the Toyhouse thread as a joke. If you read the document, you'll see it. This is the evidence they choose to provide that we're pedo groomers. That should tell you enough about the breed liability of their claims. So basically, if anyone gets a DM from someone about the Xanchu situation, it's from an actual predator harassing a minor and those who defended him. Here's some more context on the situation for those who want to read further.
After the initial post was taken down on Toyhouse, a period of quiet ensued until Khan or Saily re-emerged with a new approach. Instead of posting in service reviews, they began creating multiple alt accounts across various platforms, including Blue Sky, Twitter, Instagram, Toyhouse, Discord, and potentially others. Using these accounts, the two created a quote-unquote new document hosted on Google Docs. This new document changed its target from just Xanchu 12 to almost anyone who had previously called them out over the initial post. In this document, the both of them collectively created further fake evidence, including a fake group chat between several community members on Instagram. However, there were some red flags that came up with the claim in this document. Two of these three members did not have any Instagram accounts, and those who did, their usernames were represented inaccurately. things only seemed to get more complicated when a new Toyhouse thread was started with the title,
Someone DMs me about the Zanchu Tao situation.
Within this thread, the poster explained that an Instagram user by the name of Ziliana_11, who has since changed her name to Rogers2_11, contacted them via direct messages with a link to the document. The message said,
"Hello Mace, I'm so sorry to bother you with huge text and such. There's been a person going online by the name Zanchu that's been part of some pretty bad allegations. He and a few other people have been exposed recently for online grooming, and my only job is to basically make sure you see this. I believe you were in contact with one of them at some point. Their name is Kaiju K9 Masked Soul Studios. I thought you should know about this. I'll attach a PDF for you if you'd like to get more context. I hope it helps you protect others. Thank you so much for your time and stay safe."
This post had an uncanny resemblance to the original from Zion Levine, and set off alarms immediately. Luckily, the guy who provided this intel had been on the previous Zion thread and knew it was fake. One of the first comments on this thread stated,
God, not this bullshit again. Their persistence baffles me, but not as much as their ability to make all their crap sound as least believable as possible.
He sends their info to the dark web.
Feels like it was written by a 12-year-old. The fabricated screenshots are so very blatant and poorly masked, which is to be expected. A lot of us saw them editing the fake screenshots live as the errors were pointed out on their previous thread. Sorry to anyone who has had their names dragged into this situation by these weirdos. I was the one who originally sent out the Wix report link and can only encourage people report the doc as well.
As the situation escalated, Khan and Saily took the harassment to a dangerous level by attempting to dox those who had spoken out against them. While their attempt to dox Zanchu12 was ultimately unsuccessful, they managed to target another user by the name of Rare Pixel with devastating results. Rare Pixel received a message containing a photograph of her home accompanied by the caption, "You were the easiest of your friends to find." This message not only terrified Rare Pixel, but also made it clear that Khan and Saily were actively working to locate others who had called them out. The impact on Rare Pixel was severe. She deleted all of her social media accounts and left the internet. Their doxing attempts didn't stay on Rare Pixel. Khan and Saily also targeted the partner of a user who wishes to remain anonymous by sending them messages claiming that Anon was a groomer and leveling other false allegations. Luckily, Anon's partner recognized the lies and did not believe the accusations, but the attempt really just goes to show how far they will go in the name of creating misinformation and causing conflict amongst their targets. Another member who was impacted by the situation was a person by the username Kaiju_K9, who was mentioned previously in the post, someone DMs me about Zanchu12 situation, because they were one of the users falsely accused in the Zion document. Kaiju K9 made two different documents, one titled Statement on PSA and the other one was titled Statement on Leaving. In these statements, they explained their side and how this whole situation had affected them.
Hey all, this is my response about the predatory allegations against me. I will be providing context and my evidence to disprove the screenshots and further evidence they are falsified. Zion Levine responded to me, stating they did not want to ruin my friendship to X and Chu12, but I had no prior connection nor did I know anything about them. I only knew that they commented in a different forum with their response and wanted to provide their side to the PSA. Several other Toyhouse users posted into the PSA asking Zion Levine about more evidence of X and Chu12 grooming minors and why their provided screenshots within the Wix website were heavily manipulated or not adding up with real Instagram messages. Users including myself reported the thread for harassment and falsified evidence. The Toyhouse admin responded to some users' tickets that it cannot be linked to any broken rules or did not respond to other tickets. Mine was not responded to by the admin. Later, Zion Levine made a claim that me and 3 other users were sexual predators towards minors. However, Zion Levine failed to provide evidence of any sexual conduct between victims and the accused as mentioned by other Toyhouse users, just stating that it occurred.
At the time, there was only 5 people accused. These users were Rare Pixel, Lesmo, Boo Bear, Kaiju K9, and of course Zanchu 12. Everon, Gutter Glitter, Caddy the Art Cat, and Warrior Dragon were added later to that list. In the description of this video, I will link every document that I have taken reference of. Thank you all for watching, and please drink water.
List of criminal charges. Criminal charges against Khan, not exhaustive. Grooming with malicious intent / for personal gain. Possession of child pornography, illustrated. Sexual harassment. Defamation, slander and libel. Bad faith, towards clients. Solicitation of sexual acts from minors. Inciting cultism. Exploitation of youths for personal sexual gratification. Several counts of conspiracy. Data mining for IP addresses, Computer Misuse Act. Written abuse. Criminal charges against Saily, not exhaustive. Production of child pornography, illustrated. Possession of child pornography, illustrated. Publication / distribution of child pornography, illustrated. Harassment. Doxing, public sharing of names, countries, and images of likeness, accurate or not, with the intention of violent vigilantism. At least 2 counts of falsifying evidence. False accusations against Void Beats and many other individuals. Criminal defamation, libel and slander. Copyright violation. Freelance workers' rights violations. Bad faith against clients and workers. Cultism. Exploitation of youths for monetary gain. Several counts of conspiracy. Written abuse. What has been done so far? Members have contacted Discord support regarding the issues and are awaiting a response. Discord server has been made to assist anyone who has been harmed by their actions / anyone who has more evidence against Khan / Saily to help. Several members have reached out to various Amino community moderators, resulting in bans on promotional content and users involved until a peaceful resolution is achieved, or until Saily and Khan back down. Multiple social media platforms, including Toyhouse, have been contacted to remove users associated with these allegations, with varying levels of success. Notably, Toyhouse has taken some action. Cease and desist orders have been issued along with official orders from prominent media studios, though Saily continues to tread closely to the line of legality. National US and international authorities have been notified, but there has been no visible effect. Slovakian police entities have also been informed, with similarly limited results. ArtStation has been alerted regarding art theft and tracing issues. More actions are ongoing, and new evidence will be updated in this document. What can I do to help? Report any posts on social media that infringe on the copyright of characters and art pieces to prevent Khan and Saily from advertising their work. Contact the San Francisco Police Department and/or Slovakian police. Addresses and likenesses can be found through direct contact. Ban or block both users on social media platforms. Refrain from purchasing any products or services from them. Offer positive support to those affected by this situation. Avoid harassing or sending death threats to Khan or Saily, as this could escalate the situation and undermine efforts for a positive resolution. Spread awareness about these issues. Attempts to silence victims using terms of service claiming experiences or libel should not deter individuals from speaking out. This document will be updated or removed if positive changes are demonstrated, respecting the copyright of sold original characters and ensuring the protection of minors. Currently, the response remains unsatisfactory.